Hi Geminis, it's Nick. I hope you guys are doing good. All the gems of my eyes. This is for Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, males and females. We are covering June 21st to the 27th, and we also have the full moon in Capricorn this week. And I just realized that I've been saying full moon in Sagittarius for the water signs and fire signs, so oopsies. So if you watched any of those, I made a mistake. I meant to say full moon in Capricorn. So we're going to be covering a little bit of work, health, and love. I'll have the link to the extended reading below in the description box if you're interested to dive in deeper, go in a little bit further into the situation and get more clarification. And of course, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Nicloves with 2 eyes. All right, so let's just get right into it, Geminis. Okay, so Geminis, I feel like you are certain prayers and affirmations that you've been kind of thinking about, or something that's been in your heart, something's been heavy on your mind, heavy in your heart, is slowly going to be manifesting. It doesn't feel like it maybe right now, but your prayers are being heard. They're being heard, they're being worked on behind the scenes. It's like in production, okay? So whatever you're worried about or you're stressed about, it's being handled. It's a work in progress right now. You don't see it right now, but the product, the service, the solution is going to be coming up for you very soon, okay? All right, so when it comes to your health, I feel the need to tell you that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to be sad sometimes. You don't need something major and tragic to happen in your life. Sometimes you just feel sad, and that's okay. Some of you could be going through some kind of change in the matters of the heart that's making you kind of sad or making you feel down. Maybe you got news about a family member or a friend, or something in your personal life, but I feel like something's making you sad, kind of making you feel a little bit down, and it's okay. Don't beat yourself up over it. You don't always have to be tough and happy and giddy. Like, it's okay to be sad. Allow yourself permission to feel that way, and don't suppress it. If you need to cry, if you need to just talk to someone, vent, or write it out in a journal, do whatever you need to do, but don't feel bad about being like down or about being sad, okay? But in these times, or like in this time, if you are feeling that way, take care of yourself, be kinder to yourself, do things that can maybe lift your vibration a little bit, and don't feel bad, or don't be mad at yourself for feeling that way, okay? But I just feel like emotionally you may be feeling a little bit kind of like down, or a little bit just kind of sad about something, okay? When it comes to your work, so career and finances, it feels like you're feeling stuck, or like you don't have the energy to do something. So this can be all coming in and influencing your career, your work as well, like that sadness or that down feeling that you may be going through. And if you feel too much pressure, there's too much going on, like, it's okay to call off work. It's okay to maybe ask someone to step in for you, or maybe you need to go out and get a few minutes of fresh air to clear your mind. And if you need some time off, if you're able to do it, go for it. Your mental health, your emotional health is most important. Like, if you can't really perform and be at your best, maybe sometimes your best decision, your best thing to do is to just take a rest a little bit. But it's okay, don't feel bad about it. I feel like right now you may not feel like you have the energy to focus on something, especially if it's like a big important task or something that's like really major. Maybe you just don't have the energy for it, or your mind is on something else. It's okay, maybe reserve your energy, wait for when you're actually like in the right space to do it, if you have time to do so. But I feel like you're kind of stuck on something, or something you feel like is blocking you. Maybe you have writer's block, or maybe something is not going your way, or it's taking longer than expected and bringing delays, and that's causing stress in your life or something. Maybe unplug for a little bit. You don't always have to be go 100 miles per hour. Sometimes you got to slow down, pump the brakes, and just sit back, reflect, and kind of ground yourself again. So actually this whole season, we're now in Cancer season now, but all Gemini season, like, I think we all got a little bit of a taste of what you guys go through, like, on a daily basis. I, for the most part, felt really light, but I was really in my head. And I'm not really like an overthinker too much, like a little bit, but not to the point where it bothers me. But this whole month, or at least in Gemini season, it was like I was like thinking so many things at once, stressing about things that maybe I shouldn't even be stressing about. So I think we all as a collective got a little taste of what you guys are going through, and it's not easy being a Gemini. I'm sure it's not easy, and you're like, yeah, I know, this is my life. So take it easy on yourself, guys, okay? Don't beat yourself up. If things are not going your way, don't like keep fighting the current. Sometimes you gotta like sit back a little bit, wait till it cools down, or wait till the waves kind of subside, and then you can kind of jump in, okay? All right, so when it comes to your love, relationships, and dating, as far as the other person you could be dealing with, I feel like it could be almost any sign, but I get more so water sign, fire sign, or another air sign. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. But so I'm not really getting specific sign. Could be almost any sign. It could just be the energies, okay? But it feels like there's a lot of sadness, a lot of grief, or a lot of like feeling heartbroken or just really down. But I don't feel like, you know, maybe you're feeling down because of failed relationships, or it's been hard for you to find the right person, but I think it's something else that's happened in your life or that is influencing how you're feeling right now. Like, let's get like an extreme or dramatic example, but this can be real life for someone. Like, let's say you have something going on and it raises like a big insecurity for you, and because of this you feel like you're not going to find love or no one's going to want to be with you. Like, let's say you were in the military or the Marines or something, and you got a really bad injury and now you're disabled, or now you like can't walk, or you lost an arm, or you lost, I don't know, something. And now you feel like no one's going to want to be with you, or it's going to be so hard to find love, or the person you're with is no longer going to be interested in you. And that has just kind of like put you all the way down, you know? And like, I can only imagine how that would feel, right? Like, I personally not gone through that, and maybe most of us haven't, but you can imagine that could be devastating. It could lead into a depression or whatever it is, you know. This can be a disease, a disability of some sort, anything. But whatever, there's something going on here that's made you feel kind of like rock bottom and made you feel hopeless or depressed, or like, wow, like why is this happening to me? I feel so unlucky. Like, it feels like the world is just like on my back, and I'm just like this punching bag, and left and right when it's one thing, when it's not one thing, it's another. And so it just feels like you feel disheartened and almost like not optimistic about your love life or your future. But it's like you don't even know what's ahead of you, and like the same thing that you are insecure about or that you think is like blocking you is actually going to be one of the biggest blessings for you, and make you see that there are people who don't care about that. And like, your soulmate, and I do feel like you're going to be attracting, or you're attracting a soulmate into your life, Gemini, is going to be someone who doesn't care about those things, someone who sees you for your soul, likes you for you, and thinks you're perfect the way you are, okay? And you're gonna be like, what? Like, how does that exist? Yeah, it does. But I think maybe sometimes you see your family, friends, or social media, what you see on TV shows or the movies, you're like, oh, I can never have that because I'm not like that. No, that's not real life all the time. Real life is totally different than what we see on social media or the movies, right? So it feels like you are attracting someone. There is someone here interested in you. This could be a friend that you have that, you know, has kind of shown interest, but maybe you haven't got the hint, or you don't know they like you. Or this could be someone new as well as coming into your life, but it feels like they bring really warm energy. They really like you. It feels like you guys can be really good friends, or maybe you guys have been friends for a while. But someone here could have a tattoo like in their upper arm or somewhere around here. But I feel like this person really, really likes you. They have really warm energy. And it's funny because they may know about this, or you may tell them, you know, that why you're feeling this way or what makes you feel really insecure. You're like, oh, well, you know, no one's gonna want to be like, why would you want to be with me? I don't have a leg, or I can't walk, or whatever it is. Like, I'm just saying an example. And like, to them, it's not even like a big deal. And you realize, you're like, wow, really? Like, it doesn't bother you at all? And they're like, no, like, so when are we gonna hang out? Or what time should I pick you up? Or what time should we meet? And you're like, did you not hear what I said? And the person's like, yeah. They're like, well, like, you still want to hang out? You still want to like see me? And they're like, yeah, it doesn't matter to me. And it's like the thing that you are insecure about, or the thing that you think is gonna block you from love, the person that's right for you is not going to care about that at all. It's not going to stop them from loving you. It's not going to stop them from wanting to be with you. And actually, you'll find that this person also has their own insecurities, also has their own things they're embarrassed about. They may even share that with you, like, hey, like, you know, I have a learning disability, or I have a speech impediment and I'm insecure about that. And you're like, oh, really? And it doesn't matter to you. You don't care. But it's something that brings up an insecurity within them. But you see how, like, something that bothers you, just because it bothers you doesn't mean it bothers someone else. But you are the one living through it, living in it, living in your body. So you think that it's such a big problem, but it's really not. And I think that you'll find that, like, the same thing that you're worrying about, you're stressing about, you're beating yourself up over is not a problem at all, because the right person is going to love you for you. And I feel like this is someone who genuinely has feelings for you, genuinely wants to get to know you, genuinely wants to hang out with you. And I feel like they're kind of helping you to get you out of your slump, or get you out of this darkness, or get you out of your head. They're someone fun and exciting. Maybe they're younger than you, or younger in experience, or just really lighthearted. I feel like they're lighthearted, they're easygoing, they're funny, and they want to have a new beginning. They want to take a risk. They're like, hey, let's go do something. Or, you know, they make you feel comfortable to talk about things that maybe are kind of dark and heavy. Like, they know how to make it light, and not make it feel so heavy all the time. And I think that's going to really help you get out of your head space, or get out of this like heavy heart energy that you may be in. So I really like this energy. I feel like this is someone who is like kind of offering their hand, like, hey, let's go. Like, come on, let's just go have fun, hang out. They, you know, even just going to get ice cream or something, hanging out for an hour, it helps you kind of like not think about things. And for that little amount of time, you're happy, you're in the moment, you're present. And I feel like that's the kind of energy you need. So we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended to get more information, to see where their energy's at, what are they thinking, what are they feeling when it comes to you, what they don't want you to know that maybe you should know, and what their next action move will be towards you, and then also your advice. I really like this energy. I think it's really lovely, and I think it's so nice when we have a person like that in our life that can just like see all the good things and make us realize that the things we're worrying about is really not a big deal. You know, like sometimes we need that reminder, because we know these things, but it's hard for us to get out of our heads sometimes about it. But this person thinks you're perfect. You're perfect in their eyes, like literally perfect in their eyes. And I think if you saw yourself through their lens, you would be like, wow, I've literally been stressing about nonsense. Okay, so we're gonna dive in deeper in the extended. Link will be below. Hopefully I'll see you guys there. If not, I'll see you for our next reading. Take care, and I wish you guys all the best. Send you lots of love.